Livestream Chainmail being made. I don't know what we're working on tonight, but I got a really messy desk right now, and I got to figure out. I can't move everything, but I can move some stuff, so I need to get it out of the way. So, what are these and what are those? Those don't work, these do. I know what these are. Where's my pen? I'm 95% certain I figured out. Come on, pen. G. We get a G. 5, 3, okay. Had a mystery ring from last night. All this can go up here. This can go up here. I don't even know what I'm doing with that. Get that out of the way. Had a mystery ring. Could not identify, and then I looked at my order sheet and I was like, oh, that's what it was. Of course. Of course. Alright, let's share the stream here. Okay, I hear sound coming through my phone. Right post. Right post. Alright. We are making something, that is for sure. Alright. Don't know what yet. Okay. This can go back up over here. Come on. I have successfully shared my stream. Okay, I need to pull all this stuff forward. Not like that. There we go. That way, the camera is focused on my face. I don't want to jump into another dice bag just this second. Okay, we have enough room to work. Alright, I really need better camera management. This isn't working. That's okay. Let's see here. Frank working? Frank is working. So what I've got these interesting new little clasps. Let's see here. Turn Frank on. Let's see how good. Hey Rick, how you doing? Good of a picture we can get on this clasp. Now this clasp comes apart here, right? And this slides back into there, and then it buckles back down, like so. And what I gotta do is I gotta find, let's see if I can, there is a divot here and on the other side, perfect for a ring to go right on there. So what I've got to try and do is find the right ring size, and I think I can use these for some really nice half Persian bracelets, I think. I like this style clasp too. It's very interesting, and I'm gonna see if it works. Because, actually, where's the bag for these? Let's throw these back in here. Having a nice finished piece requires a good clasp. Right? I've tried, let's see here. I have a bunch of sterling tube clasps excuse me, that I like, but they're sterling, and so they are always at risk of breaking, right? I don't think I have them readily available Anyone watching not know what a tube clasp looked like? Reminds you of some of the grandpa had back in the day on his watches and bracelets. Yeah, it is very similar to that. Alright. What do I want to do? I want... yeah. They're very similar to like a watch clasp. And I think that I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna order some square wire rings in a bunch of different sizes and try and find one that fits perfectly in there so I can have a nice... What I want to incorporate is some of these, probably not this one, but some of these focal pieces, these big spacer beads, right? And I'd like to take the clasp and then take the half Persian and graduate it up a little bit, put a focal bead on there, and then graduate it back down, back to the clasp kind of setup, right? Because the bracelets I'm working on right now are all Byzantine, and I think that adding a little bit of variety... Kelly Mansfield has liked the stream. Thank you, Kelly. I think a little bit of variety is in order. Let's see here. Alright, so I have these 20 gauge, or I'm sorry, 19 gauge 5/32 rings, which happen to fit this perfectly into the back of these skull focal beads, right? So we're essentially gonna make another one of these, just because my desk is a mess, and if I try and clear it off right now, it's gonna take me forever, and I'd rather be working on something on stream than cleaning, to be quite honest. So we're gonna work on this and chat and see how everyone's doing tonight. People got in here quick tonight. It's good to see everyone. Right. How was everyone's day? What have y'all been up to? Now, one of the things about this particular ring size is I have to go and figure out what correlates between the 19 gauge TRL 5/32 TRL rings with what Josh Dilberto makes. Chainmail messes, gotta love it. Yeah, they get out of hand pretty quickly. Pretty much, I have 3 tables full of chainmail messes. Hey Peg, how you doing? You know nothing about what you speak. I wouldn't accuse anyone else of having a messy chainmail area. Working on some GSG, nice. Getting ready to go to work, ugh, rough. Just working with some purse frames. I have a container full of purse frames that I'm hoping to incorporate into the stream at some point, but I don't have the rings for them. So I'm going to have to play around with those and figure out what rings I want to use. John also doesn't know of the mess I speak of. It's just creativity. My desk is overflowing with creativity today. You think there's a desk under all the half-finished projects? Yeah. Same. It's like, I did have this cleared off, but with this, with all these bracelets I'm focusing on, it's kind of a mess right now. I did spend some time today. Actually, do I have that one handy? Nope, I put it in here. Okay. So, if you look at my bracelet that I currently made, right? I've got that spade bead right here, then a little spacer bead, and then the focal piece, and then another spacer bead and another spade, right? And I finished this up and got it all fit to my wrist. I'm happy with it. I'm not going to change anything else about it. But I have a variety of spacer beads and little pieces, like this fleur-de-lis, and then this style spacer bead, which hard to get light on that, and then this large fleur-de-lis centerpiece, right? And so with each bracelet, I got the fleur-de-lis figured out and how I want them matched up, right? I've got, another 24 different spacer beads and little end pieces to go through. Denise Goodner has liked the stream. Thank you, Denise. It would take more than a week to clean your mess right now, if not longer. Not to give me another hobby, but enamel filling, some of those would really make the silver pop. Maybe we can explore that further down the road. You'll be forced to clean your desk soon. You have a mess of furniture to rearrange. Yeah. Like I've got a workspace, right? I have a chainmail table. A table that's supposed to be dedicated to leather projects. That has not, that it's largely covered in other chainmail projects. Then I have the desk. Rick, you fill some of your laser etch acrylics with acrylic or enamel to make it shine. People are so crafty. It's all, you know, like never would I have ever thought to paint a scale and then clear coat it, right? But then a couple years ago, a bunch of people started doing it. Like, oh my gosh. That's why I have all this stainless, all these stainless findings and stainless rings and stuff, is because I don't work with color well. So it's really simple for me to just, okay, yep, that works right there. It's gray. Gray goes with gray. All day long. I don't even have to think about it. Super easy. Could I be creative and make some kind of awesome, colorful something or other? Yes, but it would be really hard. Especially hard for me. I don't know what matches, what doesn't match, what goes together, what doesn't. I have no clue. You'd set them out on a paper towel, syringe apply with plush plunger to dispense till area is filled, let dry, bam, dozens of colors. And is it a clear color? Is that, assuming with enamel, like it dries clear, but it has a hue? Is that what you're saying? Come on. Yeah, using colored AA is pain sometimes trying to think of what colors work together. Sometimes the colors do work together. Yeah. I've got it's like a suitcase with 9 drawers on each side, so 18 total. Or 9 bins on each side, and each bin comes out, and I've got a couple of leftover anodized aluminum rings that we will end up using up sometime here on the stream. And I don't plan on buying any more. Unless it's for a very specific project. Black, green, red, yellow. I think any comic style ring paint. Okay. You use old ink cartridge syringes to fill the enamels? You guys are so crafty. I can make chainmail. I don't know if I could sit there and figure out, like, how I'm gonna dye the enamel. So what I've got to do, first off, I have to, I do have a ring order coming in, right? And that's 2/3 of the specific ring sizes I need for all these bracelets. And then now that I've figured out what this ring size is, I've got to order those because these are from TRL. And I want to have all my rings coming from Josh at this point for this project. I've got to order those. All right, how far along are we? Let's see here. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, okay. So once I have all the rings I need, I should be able to crank a bunch of these bracelets out, figure out what ring sizes go with what finding, and then get everything listed up on the store. And hopefully that will happen soon. You've been using a lot of ogre rings lately, all spring temper stuff, forearms of solid steel. You know what? I don't know what this thing's called. But after that dice bag yesterday, or for the last couple days, I had to have this guy on my arm, and it just applies pressure on top of an irritated muscle or irritated myelin sheath or whatever. I can't wear it while I'm weaving. But ogre rings and spring temper is tempting. I think Josh's are half hard. And I think that's okay, because one of my concerns is that someone gets their freaking bracelet caught on something, and because it's all stainless, it, does them some bodily harm, right? I would never want that to happen. I did go one too many. What am I thinking? Is that right? Hang on. Okay. Ogre rings are 304 alloy. Human flesh is weaker than orange. Speed force incident will result in injury whether yours or someone else's. So you're saying it doesn't matter if I use half hard rings or quarter hard, half hard, full hardness, I don't know. I mean, I imagine that if my bracelet got caught on something, it would do some damage. So I just plan on not getting my arm caught in anything. I do, however, think that the 19 gauge 19 1/28ths rings I have are small enough that if the right pressure is applied, they could, you know, open enough to get you out of that predicament. Silver rings bracelets get caught by a passing car. Bad day, yeah. So it's velocity plus material you're using. I mean, you know, I can't prevent against all accidents or anything. A few welded bracelets I sold, I let them know this will hurt you before you hurt the bracelet. Yeah, exactly. I need a welder. I think that would be fun. I've got the desk and 2 tables, and then a 3rd table that doesn't have much on it right now that a welder might look good on. You've seen welders for as low as 155 bucks? It's not bad. I could probably swing that. Maybe next quarter. The one he uses 170. They're getting pretty cheap. Good, I'll go looking for one. Let me know when anvils drop in price and everybody gets over the forge and fire kick. Not that I'm objecting to anyone picking up a hobby, but oh my gosh, anvils went from like $1.50 to $2 a pound to between $4 and $7 depending on the quality of the anvil. I was like, okay, well I'll just go buy a new one. But even those are $300-400 bucks. Does anyone know the story of how and why I started MailleWerX.com? Likely to go up for old ones, better off getting a new one now than they're making them again? Yeah. I think I told the story the other day. How in the 6th grade I read Salamandastron by Brian Jakes and I wanted to be a blacksmith ever since. But I got started in chainmail first, right? And then I had this brilliant business idea to do chainmail themed apparel and clothing, and I thought that I would be selling stuff left and right and have enough money to buy a forge and anvil, and then ended up spending way more money on my business than it would have cost me just to go buy a forge and anvil. I could be happily forging away in my backyard, but no, I had to complicate it. Excuse me. Oh. $1,200 to your door for a good 150-pound new anvil is the good price now. Jeez, I can, okay. I live by Centaur Forge out in Burlington, Wisconsin. It's an hour away, and they got anvils out there for $300-400. I will drive out there to save me $800, $1,200. I'm assuming most of that's shipping. You lucked out and have a piece of railroad tie? Nice. Heavy duty bench vices are doing the same in prices? Yeah. Heavy duty bench vices and post vices are just through the roof. John Forge on an anvil made a track for 10 years. Nice. Yeah, you need a heat source and something hard to bang the metal on, right? Like, it's that simple, and I've just... you know, it's like if you really want to do something, you'll do it kind of thing. And maybe after all this time, I just kind of want to think about doing it rather than actually doing it. I don't know. Now you have a 300-pound one? Yeah, hindsight. Well, they say hindsight is 20/20, but I'll be honest, I have made the same mistake more than once. Not, not this mistake in particular, but in general. But, the consequence is that I have this awesome store that I make designs for, which I'm not much of a designer, but it's a lot of fun. And sometimes I sell stuff. 2, 3, 4. You just checked on Centaur Forge, you can get an anvil 40 pounds for that 200 mark. The 200 pounds are over. I'm assuming there's more to that comment. Over 1,800? Yeah. Oh, geez. Well, crap. There goes that idea. It's been a hot minute since I looked for an anvil. I was just out in Burlington the other day, though. But I was not out there to get an anvil. I was out there to get a generator. All the stores in our area, all the Lowe's and Menards and Home Depots of the world, were sold out of generators during a 3-day power outage we had during the hottest days of the year here this summer. It was awesome. The closest place that had a generator, the cheapest one was $1,200, and that was at the RV store. And it's like hey, Crystal. It was a special type of generator for RVs, and I'm sure it could have worked for what I needed it for. But I didn't want to pay $1,200, so I went driving around looking for a cheap used one somewhere. Didn't find one, but there were about 50 generators at this one Lowe's out in Burlington. And so I picked one up, and it was between the cables, because you have to have the right cable size to get the juice to where it needs to go. And my primary concern was fridges at that point, trying to save my food. And between the cables and the generator, I think I walked out the door at like $500. You suspect the 1,200 was slightly marked up? Yeah, it seemed a little high. I would have to go back and look if they marked it back down, but it was our street and then like 30 other streets in the area or something like that. And then multiple areas across the state of Wisconsin that this power outage affected. So the streets to the north and south of us had power. And I was very, very jealous. So, but I got the generator. Oh, and here's the best part. I got the generator, got it home, got it working, got the right cables for it. This took a couple trips to Lowe's. I didn't have a heavy duty enough extension cord to get it to the fridge in the basement. So I got the right cables, got the generator running, got the fridges working again, but by that point it was too late. I had already, all the food had gone bad. You got lucky with that one. No power outage for Waukesha. Usually, and here's why I waited so long. Like this was day 2, right? Kept the fridges shut and just went about our business. You know, lights off, whatever, it's fine. But normally, when we have a power outage down here, in the past 6 years I've been here, they've lasted 4 hours at the most. So my thought was, okay, well, you know, maybe it'll last a little longer. But surely they'll have the power back on soon. Oh, I didn't know how wrong I was. Don't neglect the maintenance and hour runtime, change oil plugs, etc. Yeah, I'm pretty good about maintaining all my little small engines. Between, see here, my trimmer. God, how old is that thing? I bought the trimmer in 2008. And it still runs and gets a little maintenance love once a year. Oh, sorry about that. I did have a lawnmower that I had gotten at the same time as the trimmer. And this is, you know, I'm sure this is just makes for a fascinating show. But whatever. I hit a, what would you call it? A rise in the dirt, and it broke the push assist on the mower. And then I used it for several years after that, and I think last year we finally got a new mower. With the push assist, and push assist is a wonderful thing. This is not going to stay in there by itself. If you don't have it, I feel bad for you. Because I didn't have it for a really long time, and my yard slopes in the back. So I was very happy when we got the new mower. I also have a riding lawnmower now, so that helps a tremendous amount too. Now that you're prepared, it'll be a while before you need it. Yeah, exactly. Kind of like a few years ago, you finally got a snowblower, and I've used it only 2 times. All the snow sits have been minor amounts, yeah. I have a snowblower. I'm thinking I'm gonna get a bigger one this year. It's not, it works, right? But it's a lot of work. Come on, don't be shy. Trying to remember how I did this last time. These are snug in here, but they're not tight, right? See them kind of shake around in there. So there should be a little bit of room for me to get this in here, because it worked on the other one. Come on. Years ago, and it was after you. Oh, the lawnmower was 2 years ago? Yeah. Yeah, Renee, I'd been using the broken lawnmower for years, and Renee goes out there once and immediately decides to buy a new mower. Now I've really screwed it up. But as far as the snowblower goes, we use ours every year. We get a ridiculous amount of snow. Let's cut out. There we go. I think I found the source of my problem. Come on. There we go. Yeah, last year we had snow drifts off the road from the snowplows that were taller than I was. And then of course we had to use the snowblower and shovels to get all the rest of the snow up and out, and we just had mountains of snow. And every time it makes me ask, why do I live here? Right. Okay. We've got 2 of these now. Pretty happy with that. Do I have... Let's see here. Ooh, those are good ones. Oh. It's most beautiful. Alright. Got some skulls to go along with this skull. Alright, we'll put those on the ends, and now we gotta figure out something to go in between. These all the same size. Yes. You guys can't see that. Maybe this? Here we go. How about an X marks the spot for the skull bracelets. I think that's a good idea. And I think I can get away with, let's see here. I don't know if I need to graduate these down at all. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Hang on. These are not. Yeah. I don't think 2 rows of Byzantine are gonna fit. Not with that ring size. Alright. We'll do... Alright, now that I've got the center bead done, I can build outward from the center bead. This is kind of... We'll build this chain and then we'll attach it instead of trying to build it off of here. Right? That is just a pain in the butt. Like the X's, Sean, goes well with it. You like... Oh, okay. You like the X's. Good. You know, I think it's a nice theme. Probably a good chunk of change, Sean. What someone will pay to have their nails done nowadays. Oh, it finally covers more than your nail. You're working with some ridiculously small ring size? First I gotta make 2 chains, and then I gotta make sure they fit through that particular spacer bead. Welding 26 gauge rings. Jesus, dude. John, you are a madman. 0.1 outer diameter. If it's 0.1 outer diameter, what's the inner diameter? Another, you know, okay, so another weave that graduates well is full Persian, right? So I think a lot of these would look really nice with some nice full Persian style bracelets. They're not as flexible, but I think the graduating up and down would give it a little bit more flexibility. Need to make it as long as that X. .8. I will spend some time figuring out what ring sizes work in Byzantine. And then on the next batch of bracelets, I'll make a bunch of full Persian ones. Okay. Little... No, that'll work just fine. Oh, that's not what I want. .2 wire times 2 equals 0.4 from 0.1 to 0. That looks like math. So we're going to hold this spacer bead in place with some 18 gauge 3/16 rings. Dragon scale alternating direction from the center skull out. Okay. That you could do. I don't see any reason why you couldn't do that. But I think that that's something I'll leave for the bold and the brave people to try. It sounds above my pay grade. Okay. That fits. Now we gotta do one more. The rings work out to slightly over 3 AR and make bad slight over, so no... Oh, okay. The rings you're working on now? No JPO. Alright, oh, my leg's numb. What am I doing? I find it nice that we're doing this on stream just because I can figure out how long each one of these takes me and plan accordingly. So making earrings, you have enough 2 diamonds with helm flowers on the end, not centerpieces with 3 helm flowers. Nice. So a bit bigger than your dust particle ones, yeah. Exactly. Just a skosh bigger. I think we're gonna have enough time to get this first bead on there. This second bead on there, rather. One must make offerings to their deities. There it is. Whoa. Whoa. Get out of there. Oh. One must make offerings to their deities for their powers. I see. Yep, that's what I'm told. Did you sell your soul to be able to work with rings that small? Is that what you're telling us? What do you offer? What did you offer and to whom? There, I guess that's... You just like to add some sarcasm until you see the scope of the details. You get souls at Walmart and resell them to the devil in pairs. That's a good way to go about it. I like the people at Walmart are using theirs. No offense to anybody who shops at Walmart. Just every time I go there, it's just like the crowd is just walking around shiftlessly, aimlessly, with a dead look in their eyes. People that work there, especially the one here. All right, let's make this more. I don't want to insult anybody, so let's definitely make this more about my location. The Walmart here and the people that work there is easily one of the worst Walmarts I've ever been to. Like, the employees got upset when I asked them simple questions. I was just trying to find a place to get some photographs printed. And the ladies that ran the printer for the photograph machine were upset that I was asking for my pictures. It was weird, man. Never been in any other establishment that acted that way. All right, some more. $18 gauge 3/16 rings in here. Uh-oh. Of course that happened. Why did that happen? Probably because I was screwing around with it too much. See, it's not a perfect fit. Come on. There you go. Oh. Push it, got it out, push it right back in. And of course it's twisted now, which does make a bit of a difference. Oh my gosh. Of course this had to happen right as we were finishing up. Okay, screw you. They're all coming out now. Alright. Try that again in a second. I don't need it continuously falling off while we're trying to put this other bead on. It will, once everything's on there, it'll tighten up a little bit. Should hold its place nicely. You only use a Walmart pickup in 6 years. I'm inside at all, but the pickup area have nice people for the most part. That's good. I mean, they should, right? Like, You don't walk into a place expecting to be, I don't know, just kind of rebuffed by the staff. It was weird. We need mail strikes again. None of your rings eat your socks like his rings. They don't open, being 3 32nd grade 5 titanium, so you fight with it and the damn floor takes the sock. One ring is anchored to the carpet. Okay, so I think I did this on the right side. There. Okay. Make sure these are facing the right direction and get them back through here real quick. Okay. There. See if we can't get this other one on. Oh yeah. That's gonna look good. Okay. Now, one of these will probably fall out again, but that's okay. Largely got it where we want it. And then on the 2 bracelets I've made so far, with all 5 beads on it, right? I don't know if you can see it, but there's rings going over the like edge of the bead. I was kind of concerned about that at first. I didn't want rings tearing themselves out, but it all kind of smooths out once it's all together. And everything figures out where it needs to go. Right. Come on. And put this last ring in, and we will have 2/5 of the bracelet done. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad we went with these kind of X'd ring, or X'd beads for this skull. It's a good one. Alright, that looks... See if I can give you a close-up. I like the way that's looking right now. May have to adjust. Yeah, we'll probably have to adjust these right here. That's okay, I can do that later. They're not quite fitting how they should. Looks good. All right, Rick, you have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. I do appreciate it. All right. So I've got my ring sizes. I've got some concept of what works with what. These are going to be all of the findings that I find work. Uh-oh. Okay, no, we're good. I thought I just mixed the wrong rings in with something else. All of the findings that I find work are going to go up on the website as soon as I can get to it. So if anybody's interested. Hopefully a lot of people are. Okay. Well, that puts us at an hour. So it was an hour to do this much. It gives me kind of an idea of what to expect for the whole piece. Okay. I will try to have my desk cleaner next time we get started. Alright, so thank you everyone for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. It's great, all your comments, just being here, it really just makes this stream worthwhile. So hopefully I will see you guys, if not tomorrow night, then at least Thursday. Excuse me. Don't forget to check out MailleWerX.com for all your chainmail themed apparel and accessory needs. We have more stuff coming there too. As soon as I can finish. A lot of stuff to do on the website, but it is functional. You can order something. People have been ordering stuff left and right. So hopefully, oh, actually, if you order something, you want to order it sooner rather than later, because shipping times are getting longer. They're not bad right now, but they're getting longer. All right. Crystal, Kelly, John, Rick, you guys all have a good night, and I will talk to you all later.